Good afternoon. Welcome to Healing the Divide, produced by Methodology Books. We don't bring you news and politics for the sake of discussion. Our responsibility is the bigger picture. Today we want to discuss the connection, Tupac Shakur, the name he changed to Machiavelli, and how it relates to his being able to see the reality of how the world is run in this particular country and what we're experiencing. Before we do anything else, we want to go back to his roots very quickly. You all may have seen the movie or whatever documentaries they've done about him, so you may know his history better than I do. But I do want to share something important related to his mother, Afeni Shakur. So just watch this with us for a few minutes.
Two of the most valuable lessons I learned in the Black Panther Party came from Afeni Shakur. She says freedom is an abstract idea to folk. To someone who is hungry, it's the meal. To someone who doesn't have a place to stay, it's a warm, safe place to sleep. For the sick is medical care from someone who cares. One of my first days in the party, a young mother comes in carrying her little girl, is crying and trembling. She explains that her daughter has sickle cell anemia and that she had taken her to Harlem Hospital and that they said that all she had was a cold, that it was psychosomatic. So Lumumba and Afeni marched to Harlem Hospital holding this girl. And Afeni said, you treat this young sister right now, but there's going to be a psychosomatic riot in your emergency room. But Afeni didn't leave it alone at that. She formed a relationship with a couple of the doctors and nurses, and we would rally together outside the hospital, demanding that they treat the needs of the people, whether they had insurance or not. And then especially Lincoln Hospital became the place where Panthers and the Young Lords started doing these takeovers. Come get tested, come get treated, and they wrote the first patient Bill of Rights, the foundational document for what we see in every hospital room now, where a patient has the right to be treated, a right to medical care whether they have money or not. That was the work of Afeni Shakur, Doc Dawkins, Cleo Silvers, the Panthers, and the Lords.
I am in awe of my sister. She either started the shit or got in the shit that was already started.
If she agreed to do something, it was done thoroughly. So what that made you do, being in her company, either step up or step off.
Her son, same thing. It's the same type of spirit that they had.
Both charismatic, both took charge of a room, both intelligent, articulate, argumentative, so there was a lot of Afeni there in power.
As you see, there was a lot to take in just regarding her. You see the information that you have regarding her involvement in the struggle. I read about her on a website called the Freedom Archives. The author mentioned
Afeni Shakur, known to most of us as rap icon Tupac's mother, passed away last month, May 2, 2016. In his 1995 song Dear Mama, Tupac Shakur speaks about the deep appreciation for his mother and the difficulties she faced with drugs and poverty when raising him. But what many people are often not aware of is that Afeni Shakur was a revolutionary thinker and activist who shaped the political discourse of Black liberation movements in the 70s. She joined the Black Panther Party in 1968 and was a crucial member in the NYC chapter. In April 1969, she was accused of conspiring with 20 other Black Panther Party members to carry out bombings in New York. Afeni Shakur defended herself in the so-called Panther 21 trial, earning an acquittal on all charges after serving a total of 11 months in jail.
again, she represented herself.
Thanks, Malik. We wanted to remind everyone, to some extent, of the womb that bore and raised him. This makes it easier to get an idea of how deep this young man was. Let's listen to some of his views, and then we'll discuss the diplomat and author known as Niccolo Machiavelli and what the connection is between them.
My mother taught me three things: respect, knowledge, search for knowledge. It's an eternal journey. That's like my haircut, the line, 360 degrees behind knowledge, always. And she taught me to not be quiet, to, if there's something on my mind, speak it. That's what God, that was the breath She always taught, but also to listen. And she told me this little joke that God gave you 2 ears to listen and 1 mouth to speak. 2 ears and 1 mouth. Common sense. 1 mouth, you should speak, but you should also listen. And that's where the knowledge comes from, listening. And once you get the knowledge, then you can speak. And it helps you. So she taught me respect, knowledge, and understanding, mostly, just listen a lot.
I don't want to be I don't want to be 50 years old at a BET, We Shall Overcome Achievement Awards. You know what I'm saying? Not me. I want when they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. Every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. They know what I'm going to say. And even if I get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that what we're supposed to do? I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. And that's our job, is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish, and because we're not going to change the world, let's not talk about how we should change it. I don't know how to change it, but I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody's going to clean it up.
In one of his videos, he said something to the effect of, "They ain't even on my level. I don't know why I'm even on this track. I'll let my little homies deal with them." His little homies took names like Napoleon, Idi Amin, Qaddafi, and Castro. And he took for himself the name Machiavelli. Niccolò di Bernardo de Machiavelli, born May 3, 1469, died June 21, 1527, was a Florentine diplomat, author, philosopher, and historian who lived during the Italian Renaissance. He is best known for his political treatise The Prince, written around 1513 but not published until 1532, 5 years after his death. He has often been called the father of modern political philosophy and political science.
In our book, Florida is Where DeSantis's Presidential Dream Goes to Die, we discuss Niccolò Machiavelli in more detail as the real teacher of politicians. People often say he or she went to Yale or Harvard or Howard University, but the teachers of these institutions didn't teach the politicians to be as devious as they become. We said that their real teacher is Machiavelli.
One of the greatest examples of Machiavellian principles being used in the lives of the American people is the advice for obtaining power and keeping. Create a problem, then be the one to solve it. That is, take something that currently exists in society to call a problem, then be the one to identify it. Because you recognized it, this will lead people to conclude you would be best qualified to solve it. Now, whatever it was you wanted to do, when you present your original idea, it will be accepted as a reasonable solution.
Here are some examples of how this works or is working in the American society. Someone seeks power claiming to care about parents. They actually don't like or agree with the way slavery is taught in American history. True story. So he says history, the way it's taught, causes little white children to feel bad as if they should feel guilty for it. Parents, mostly mothers of those white children, agree, and the power-hungry person pushes for a law called parents' rights in education. Then they ban books that teach slavery correctly, threaten teachers to not teach and produce books watered down, and they gain the trust of the people who think he did something for them. It's really more power for him.
That's all the time we have for now. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons on our YouTube channel for more of our content and to help our network grow. And please comment and we will read and answer your comments. Thank you.